Hi, welcome to CTube. Well, you may be wondering, what's CTube? Well, it's our way of coming to you for confirmation on YouTube. And so the C can stand for a number of things as we try some things out here. One C just maybe stands for seeing rather than looking at a piece of paper or something we send out to you. And so we're trying to reach you in a way that maybe you'd enjoy watching and looking along with us as we try something on YouTube. Now I have to admit that YouTube is not something I do every day, but it was something I wanted to try, and the reason why I wanted to try that actually comes from the gospel. Remember, the gospel is where we learn about Jesus' life and the person of Jesus, and as I was thinking and was looking through my Bible, and I was reading the passage where it says that Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, and he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." Well, one of the things I noticed about Jesus is that he didn't just wait in the synagogue for people to come to him, or wait patiently praying in the temple and hope that maybe the disciples would find him and discover him and come to know God because of what Jesus taught and what Jesus brought into their lives. Instead, Jesus thought it was important enough to go to the places where they were already, and he got to know their lives, and so he took those walks out onto the streets of their towns, and here beside the Sea of Galilee, he went right down on the shore. And even though Jesus wasn't a fisherman, as you know, he grew up in the home of a carpenter, he went down to the lake and met people like Peter and Andrew, rugged fishermen, and took a risk and went on and joined them in the boat with them. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. So it may seem a little awkward and strange at times because I'm not used to using things like YouTube, and so I'll be learning as we go along, learning a little bit about your world, something that's pretty natural for you. So you can give me your suggestions and ideas, and maybe I'll learn as we go along. Notice how I'm talking to you from inside this box. It's my church study, and here's where I do some of my preparation for sermons. But what I've learned is I just can't stay inside my box. That's not the best way to learn about your lives. It's not the best way to learn about how Jesus can act in our lives. And so I got to find ways to get out of this box and maybe get out of here so I can reach into your lives and learn a little bit more about what you're facing day by day. So this won't be the only place you see me as we do these broadcasts for CTube. And I hope to introduce you to some different people and some things that are important in my life, and to share with you about what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm going to introduce you to people like Ichiro. He's my favorite bobblehead. I'll tell you a little bit more about him. And I have some other friends I want to introduce you to. Maybe, since we'll be sending this out to our confirmation mentors too, maybe we'll be able to introduce some of our mentors if they're willing to go on to CTube for us. So look forward to more of these. We'll send these out as a link in an email to the email address that we have for you. And so make sure that we have your current email address if there's an email address you want us to go to. Many of these are going to go through a note to your parents too, so they know what we're doing. Maybe some of you need to get permission to watch YouTube, which is always a good thing to find out what your parents want you to be doing. But I hope you'll have a lot of fun with this, and I'll try to have fun with it as well, and not be afraid to take some risks. So also, along with the CTube videos, we're hoping to have a couple of links or places where you can comment. If we need to, we're going to set up a blog site on the St. Andrew website, a private blog page for just the confirmation confirmands and mentors, a place where we can talk with one another, ask our questions, give our feedback, maybe give some ideas about what we want to do together as a confirmation group. And we'll also maybe give you some passages from the Bible that you can read as you go along. If you want to read today's passage, you would just find that in the Gospel of Mark in the New Testament, chapter 1, verses 16 through 20, and you'll learn about how Jesus began to call some of his disciples. Give me your comments. Don't be afraid to be scathing in your critique of Pastor Kyle on CTube. And hope you'll come back again and watch other videos as they come along. Have a Merry Christmas. Hope to see you on the 4th Advent Sunday this Sunday, and our Easter our Christmas Eve services on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Talk to you later. Bye.